Offenbacher's July 4th sale starts now. Hundreds of in-stock patio groups to sell. Create your own outdoor resort with additional discounts off sale prices. Always guaranteed to be the lowest price you'll find anywhere. Offenbacher's July 4th sale.
Well, before you take your next trip down to the vending machine, you might want to think again. More than 40% of employees attribute their weight gain to their current jobs. Donavan Cox, founder and CEO of DDC Total Health and Wellness, is back to show us some fitness techniques that we can apply at work. And you have someone here to help you do that.
I do. This is Jessica Smith. She has graciously agreed to help us with some of the demonstrations of some of the things that you can actually do while you're sitting at your desk or in the workplace to kind of help your increase your heart rate and get those muscles moving and increase that blood flow.
Before we get to that, the AMA has finally declared obesity a disease. How do you think that's going to play out in this Affordable Care Act?
Well, interestingly enough, they've determined that obesity has surpassed smoking as the number one contribution economically to our healthcare costs. The cost is as high as $190 billion a year that's being contributed or going into health insurance because of obesity, individuals living a sedentary lifestyle, poor nutritional habits. And interestingly enough, one of the things that we probably don't think about is the effect on our energy costs. Obesity actually affects energy in the fact that if an individual who is obese is riding in a vehicle, that requires more gas. And that contributes as much as $1 billion to our economy every year, or takes $1 billion as far as insurance costs in energy alone.
Wow.
So it's huge. It's huge right now.
All right, let's talk about some of the exercises that you can do at work, and
yes.
Jessica's going to help you with that.
Yes, she is. And very basic, you want to try and do some stretching. Obviously, if you spend a lot of time sitting at the desk or in your computer, it's very sedentary. Now, the reality is that expending calories or burning calories are done by every movement that you do. Blinking your eyes, moving your hands, chewing gum, everything actually requires calories. So this is a way that you can actually help get some blood flow to your body, help stretch out, and actually kind of loosen yourself up while you're at the desk. So a couple of things that I'm going to show. First thing is just a simple rotation, a head neck rotation. Now with the head neck rotation, you want to make sure you're not making a full circle. All you're doing is going side to side. So what I'm going to ask Jessica to do is just roll her head from one side to the other. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Stop right there. See, that's easy. All right, so the second...
That's a typical head neck roll. Yeah.
Yes, you want to go down towards your chest and you want to come back up. Now, the next thing I'm going to ask her to do is a very simple shoulder rotation to the front. Okay, she's going to roll her shoulders to the front. Nice and easy, simple enough. 1, 2, 3, and I want you to go to the back. 1,
And so what is that really doing, other than helping you to?
And that's a good question. Think about it like this. If you're sitting at your desk, what are you normally doing if you're on the computer? You're using your hands, your forearms, you're looking at the screen. Very seldom are you actually loosening up your neck or moving your shoulders at all. You're moving your fingers and your forearms, but not necessarily your head or your neck. So you want to try and get all those parts of your body moving. So we're going to stand up in a second and actually show some of a little bit more advanced things that you can do while you're at your desk. So this is just to loosen up those shoulders and that neck in case they tense up while you're at your desk. So we did the shoulder rotations to the front and to the rear. All right, the next thing I want you to do is hold your hands out in front of you like this. All right, I love it.
Hey,
all right, and I want you to rotate your hands to the front at the elbow.
I'm not going to be getting any work done if I'm doing all this.
Oh, trust me, it's only going to take a second. Then I want you to rotate your hands to the rear, back them up. All right, very good. Now we're going to go down towards our feet and our abs. We're going to do some leg raises, very basic. The first thing I want you to do is you're going to be in an erect position. You want your head up and your back straight, and all you're going to do is raise your knee up towards your chest, and then you're going to straighten your leg out. 1, 2, 3. Good. Hands down. Then you're going to switch. Ready? Other side. 1, 2, 3. Now that's the beginner. So for individuals that work out, that's simple enough. Now we're going to do the advanced one. All right, the advanced one, you're actually going to make sure that you have yourself kind of on the edge of your seat, and you're going to raise both knees up, and you're going to extend out. 1, 2. See, look at that. She's a pro. 3. All right.
She's also,
and relax.
10.
Yeah. So that's one of the exercises that helps work your abs, your legs, And actually, there's a calf exercise we're going to do. I'm sorry, what were you going to say?
Do you think that's helpful? Did you feel that?
Yeah, I did.
All right, so the next thing we're going to do is just a simple calf raise. If you're seated, it's a beginner one. So your feet are together, and all I want you to do is raise your calves up. 1, 2, 3. Now for the advanced one, you're actually going to stand up. Can we stand up? We're going to stand up, and we're going to do the advanced calf raise. Ready? Go.
Too much stuff to
1, 2, 3. Because in the advanced one, you're supporting all of your body weight,
Right.
and you're raising up on your calves.
Okay.
All right. So the last exercise we're going to do is just a very simple lunge. Okay. And this is a half lunge. So all we're going to do is she's going to place her hands on her hips, and she's going to take her left foot. She's going to lunge to the front.
And where is she doing this?
Knee down at her desk. All right, opposite side. And lunge. Good. One more time. Lunge. And opposite side. Lunge.
And how
All right.
often are you doing this?
Now, actually, FC. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
One of the good things about this is if you have 15 minutes in your day, it's really just setting how many repetitions of that exercise you want to do, and then increasing those repetitions every day. So let's say you start out and say, I want to do 5. All right, if you start out with 5, then the next week you might move it to 6 or 7. You want to increase those repetitions because it's the progress that's going to see you advance. And just to give you an example, I've had clients that were morbidly obese that all it took for them to raise their heart rate was to stand up. That was it, and sit back down. That's all it took to increase that heart rate. So for the individuals that work out, this might be a little mundane, but for those individuals who are sedentary and don't do anything, this simple exercise would be enough to increase their heart rate where they actually feel it after about 5 or 10
We're out of time, but I can imagine that you go to a company and say, why don't you set 11:30 as your 15 minutes and get people up and moving.
Absolutely.
Don't go away. You're watching 11 TV.